How we doing, guys? Welcome to the preview and the predicted lineup. Chelsea against Arsenal. It's another big game, our third one in 7 days. And before, these games started a week ago, we were looking at the, opposition we were facing, and we were saying Spurs, North London derby, Bayern Munich in the Champions League, probably one of the best teams in Europe right now, and Chelsea away. Always difficult, and they're in really good form. But 2 down, 1 to go, and so far so good. 2 wins out of 2. Brilliant performance against Spurs. Absolutely annihilated them. Brilliant performance against Bayern Munich. Second half in particular, annihilated them. Now we have Chelsea at Stamford Bridge, and it's first against second, although by the time we kick off, Man City could obviously, be there. I do think they will be. They've got what I feel is a easy game. I know there's no such thing as an easy game in the Premier League, but this one is. It sounds contradictory, but you get what I'm saying. But yeah, listen, it's a big game for many, many reasons, because if we get the 3 points, I think this kind of sets us up nicely as we go into that Christmas period. We're towards the end of, November now. And it's going to be a really big month, going into the new year of 2026 and everything else. And when you're looking at other fixtures and teams are playing and everything, and you're thinking, okay, well, in a week's time, we've got another difficult game, which is away to Aston Villa. We've got Brentford in midweek, and this is a huge game. Get the 3 points, and the conversations about Chelsea being in a title race will be done. And that's no exaggeration. I think before the start of the season, if you would have spoke to any genuine Chelsea fan, they would have said, we're not thinking about a Premier League title. We're thinking about top 4. That's where we are right now. The delusional ones would have said we're in a title race, but, that's kind of what their objective is. So I think it's a win-win situation for Chelsea, because if they do win the game, they go 3 points behind, and everyone can say they're in a title race. If they don't win the game, they go 9 points behind, then they get to say, well, we never thought we were ever in a title race. We were only ever thinking about top 4. That's fine. So it's a win-win. But listen, with us, we've just got to go out and do the job. We've got to be as ruthless as we have been. We've got to be, as dominant as we have been. And I see a statistic earlier on today. And I was looking and I was thinking to myself, that's actually a mad statistic when you think about it. But 3 Premier League defeats in our last 40 Premier League games. That's mad. Like, that's more, than a season's worth of games. Like, yeah, we've just got to keep going and keep doing what we're doing. I think there's going to be some interesting matchups. There is this obvious talk about Caicedo and Rice. They're 2 very different players because they play in 2 very different positions now. Declan Rice is the most complete midfielder. He is the best midfielder in the world right now. End of conversation. Don't care. But as a number 6, Caicedo is one of the best. It's as simple as that. But like I said, you can't really compare them because they don't play in the same positions. Maybe compare Enzo and Rice because they're more comparable in terms of positions. Declan Rice wins it all day long. But yeah, it's going to be some interesting matchups. Bukayo Saka against Cucurella. When we beat Chelsea 5-0, Saka had him on toast. And listen, I was watching the game against Barcelona in midweek, and before the red card and everything else, Lamine Yamal, he was doing quite a lot to Cucurella, and there's this myth that Cucurella had him in his pocket and everything else, and foul merchant. What more do you want me to say? He's a foul merchant. That's all he does. He just climbs all over you and fouls you. That's not putting someone in your pocket. But yeah, listen, it's going to be an interesting game. In terms of team lineup, it's going to be interesting. What do we do? Few tweaks, few changes. Noni Madueke going back to Stamford Bridge for the first time. There's a few little bits and pieces here and there that kind of set us up nicely for this game. Really set us up nicely for the game. So I'm looking forward to it. I hope, and I do think we will get the win, but it's going to be a tough game. First against second. A Chelsea win brings them 3 points behind us. An Arsenal win takes us 9 points clear of them. What more can you say? So it's been a good week so far. Let's finish it off with another win. So, yeah, with that said, let's go and get into the lineup. In goal, David Raya. Very straightforward, very simple decision. Right back, Jurriën Timber. Again, a very, very straightforward decision. Right centre-back, William Saliba. Again, this is a very straightforward decision. Left centre-back, I feel this is where there could be a change and Henkape will come back into the side. Mikel Arteta explained why he didn't play against Bayern Munich. And it's to do with the fact of his load management and everything else. And I feel for this game, he will come back in. That's nothing on Christian Mosquera because I thought he was immense against Bayern Munich in the same way that Henkape was immense against Spurs. I just feel that that's what Mikel Arteta will go with. Left back will be Calafiori, comes back into the side. See the difference when he came on in midweek against Munich. He was excellent. Lewis-Skelly had a really tough evening. But like I've said, he will learn from that. In the midfield, it will be Martin Zubimendi. Again, a very, very straightforward decision. Just don't get caught on the ball. That's all I can say. On the right-hand side, Bukayo Saka. Again, it's going to be an interesting matchup with him against Cucurella. And as long as he doesn't climb all over his back and foul him, then Saka will have him on toast. And it's as simple as that. Now, this is where it gets very, very interesting. I've got a sneaky feeling that Martin Odegaard may play. He may start the game. And I know he's not played loads and loads and loads of minutes, but I just feel that he will play. I just got this sneaky feeling he will. Came off the bench against Munich, didn't get loads of minutes, but I don't know. There's something telling me that he would start this game. So that's what I'm going to go with next to Bukayo Saka. Alongside him, I'm going to go with Declan Rice. I've already explained the situation. This is not even a debate, is it? Best midfielder in the world right now. Simple. On the left-hand side, Eberechi Eze. Now, there is some talk about Madueke starting the game. I just don't see it at the moment. It's such a difficult one. If Odegaard doesn't start, then Eze will play there, and then I think Madueke could play. But with Odegaard starting, then I think Eze has to play. Like, the way he's played of late, like, he's playing. It's as simple as that. So, yeah, it's such an interesting one. What's going to, be. And the fact that we're getting all these players back now in the attacking areas, it makes it more difficult and less predictable. So that's what I'm going to go with. And then up front as the main striker, Mikel Moreno. Now, I do feel that Victor Gyökeres will be back in the squad, but I don't think he would start the game. I think he'd be on the bench. And maybe the Brentford one, and then for Villa next week, then you would likely see him. But it looks like we're near enough getting everybody back with Gyökeres and Havertz. Madueke's already back. Martinelli's already back. Odegaard's already back. So things are starting to look very good, very healthy. And of course, it makes predicting lineups very difficult because you just don't know what we're going to do. But it's been a tough week, mentally and physically. The game against Munich, the game against Spurs, that will take a lot out of the players. It will drain a lot out of them. But they look very different this year. in their mentality and the way that they're playing and the way that they're pushing themselves through barriers. And yeah, I'm looking forward to the game. And I just feel that that will be the lineup and that will be more than enough to get the job done. And what we will have is a very, very big bench. Trossard, apparently his injury is not too bad and it's touch and go whether he'll make the game. But I've not even included him in the starting 11. I just feel that that's where it could possibly be. But you could potentially have him on the bench. Martinelli, you could have Gyökeres, maybe a Havertz. It would just be a very, very strong bench. And it would start to look really, really good. So, listen, there we go. That is it for the preview and the predicted lineup. Let me know in the comment section what you think. Do you agree or disagree? Big game. And we need a big performance. And I want to see 3 points. It's as simple as that. So you know what to do if you haven't already. Like, subscribe, and comment. And I will see you a lot soon. I'm out of here.